Freshly picked cherry tomatoes burst with flavor. They are a delightful treat. But not everyone has a large garden. That's where the magic of pots comes in. Growing cherry tomatoes in containers is easy and rewarding. You can enjoy homegrown goodness even with limited space. Whether you have a sunny balcony, a patio, or just a bright windowsill, you can cultivate these vibrant fruits. Imagine stepping outside your door and plucking a handful of sun-warmed cherry tomatoes. They add a burst of flavor to salads, pizzas, and pastas. The taste of homegrown produce is simply unmatched. Plus, growing your own food connects you to the earth and the rhythm of the seasons. Growing cherry tomatoes in pots is a fun and accessible activity for all ages. It's a great way to introduce children to the wonders of gardening. They will be amazed to see their efforts transform tiny seeds into delicious fruits. So why not embark on this rewarding journey and experience the joy of growing your own cherry tomatoes? Choosing the right tomato variety is crucial for success in pots. Tomatoes come in two main types, determinate and indeterminate. Understanding the difference is key to selecting the best fit for your container garden. Determinate tomato varieties are compact and bushy. They grow to a certain height and then stop. These varieties produce a single, large harvest of tomatoes over a short period. Determinate tomatoes are ideal for pots because they stay relatively small. Some popular determinate cherry tomato varieties include Patio Princess and Tumbling Tom Red. Indeterminate tomato varieties, on the other hand, are vining and continue to grow and produce fruit throughout the growing season. They require sturdy support and regular pruning to manage their growth. While indeterminate tomatoes can be grown in pots, they need larger containers and more attention. If you're looking for a continuous supply of cherry tomatoes, consider indeterminate varieties like Sweet Million or Sun Gold. When selecting a variety, consider your available space, the length of your growing season, and your personal preferences. Determinate varieties are generally easier to manage in pots, while indeterminate varieties offer a longer harvest window. Selecting the right pot is crucial for your cherry tomato plants to thrive. The size, material, and drainage capabilities all play a role in the health and productivity of your plants. Opt for a pot that is at least 12 inches in diameter and depth for a single cherry tomato plant. This will provide ample space for the roots to grow and support the plant's weight as it matures. If you're growing a determinate variety, a 12-inch pot should suffice. However, for indeterminate varieties, consider using a larger container around 18 to 24 inches in diameter to accommodate their vigorous growth. Choose a pot made of a sturdy material that can withstand the elements. Terracotta pots are a popular choice as they are porous and allow for good airflow to the roots. However, they can dry out quickly, so you'll need to water more frequently. Plastic pots are lightweight, affordable, and retain moisture well. Fabric grow bags are another excellent option as they provide superior drainage and aeration. Ensure the pot has adequate drainage holes to prevent waterlogging, which can lead to root rot. If the pot doesn't have enough drainage holes, you can easily drill additional ones. Proper drainage is essential for healthy root development and overall plant vigor. The soil you use is the foundation of your cherry tomato plant's health and productivity. Using a high-quality potting mix specifically designed for containers is crucial. Avoid using garden soil as it can become compacted in pots and hinder drainage. Look for a potting mix that is lightweight, well-draining, and rich in organic matter. A good potting mix will provide essential nutrients to your plants and promote healthy root development. You can find suitable potting mixes at your local garden center or online. When it comes to fertilizing your cherry tomato plants, start with a balanced fertilizer when planting. A balanced fertilizer contains equal parts nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Look for a fertilizer with a ratio of 10-10-10 or similar. As your tomato plants begin to flower and set fruit, switch to a fertilizer that is higher in potassium. Potassium is essential for fruit development and overall plant health. A fertilizer with a ratio of 5-10-10 or similar is ideal for this stage. Section 5. Sunshine, water, and support. Nurturing your tomato plants. Cherry tomato plants thrive in warmth and sunshine. Choose a location for your pots that receives at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight per day. The more sunlight your plants receive, the sweeter and more flavorful the tomatoes will be. Water your cherry tomato plants deeply and consistently. Check the moisture level of the soil daily by sticking your finger about an inch into the potting mix. If it feels dry, it's time to water. Water thoroughly until the water drains out of the drainage holes. As your tomato plants grow taller, they will need support to prevent them from toppling over. Insert a sturdy stake or tomato cage into the pot near the base of the plant. Gently tie the main stem of the plant to the support using soft twine or plant ties. Pruning your cherry tomato plants will help promote air circulation, prevent diseases, and encourage more fruit production. Pinch off any suckers that grow from the joint where a branch meets the main stem. Suckers are small shoots that will not produce fruit and can sap energy from the plant. Section 6. Troubleshooting for Triumph: Common Issues and Easy Solutions. Even with the best care, cherry tomato plants can sometimes encounter issues. Here are some common problems and their solutions. Blossom end rot. This condition appears as a dark, sunken spot on the bottom of the tomato fruit. It is caused by a calcium deficiency, often due to inconsistent watering. To prevent blossom end rot, water your plants deeply and regularly, especially during dry periods. You can also add a calcium supplement to the soil. Fruit cracks. Cracking occurs when the tomato fruit expands rapidly after a period of drought followed by heavy watering. To prevent cracking, maintain consistent soil moisture by watering regularly and using mulch to retain moisture. Early blight. This fungal disease causes brown spots on the leaves and can lead to defoliation. To prevent early blight, ensure good air circulation around your plants by spacing them adequately and pruning them regularly. Remove any infected leaves immediately and dispose of them properly. By being aware of these common issues and their solutions, you can ensure the health and productivity of your cherry tomato plants. Section 7. From Vine to Table. Harvesting and enjoying your bounty. One of the most rewarding aspects of growing cherry tomatoes is harvesting and savoring the fruits of your labor. Cherry tomatoes are typically ready to harvest about 60 to 80 days after planting, depending on the variety. The tomatoes will be firm to the touch and have a deep, rich color when ripe. Gently twist the tomato at the stem to detach it from the vine. Avoid pulling on the vine as this can damage the plant. Freshly picked cherry tomatoes are bursting with flavor and can be enjoyed in countless ways. Add them to salads for a burst of sweetness and color. Roast them with herbs and garlic for a delicious side dish. Thread them onto skewers with mozzarella and basil for a refreshing summer appetizer. Preserve your harvest by freezing, drying, or canning your cherry tomatoes. This will allow you to enjoy their delicious flavor long after the growing season has ended. Share your bounty with friends, family, and neighbors and spread the joy of homegrown goodness. Section 8. Growing Beyond the Basics. Tips for season-long success. To truly maximize your cherry tomato harvest, consider these additional tips. Rotate your crops. Avoid planting tomatoes in the same spot year after year to prevent the buildup of soil-borne diseases. Attract beneficial insects. Plant companion flowers like marigolds and nasturtiums to attract pollinators and beneficial insects that can help control pests. Mulch around your plants. Apply a layer of organic mulch such as straw or wood chips around your tomato plants to suppress weeds, retain soil moisture, and regulate soil temperature. Monitor for pests and diseases. Regularly inspect your plants for any signs of pests or diseases. Early detection is key to preventing widespread problems. Harvest regularly. Picking ripe tomatoes encourages the plant to continue producing more fruit. Keep records. Note down the varieties you planted, the date you planted them, and any challenges you encountered. This information will be helpful for future seasons. By following these tips, you can enjoy a bountiful harvest of delicious cherry tomatoes all season long. Happy growing!